Alexis is, let me check my mic here. Alexis is coming over tomorrow. I just having thoughts about, how that's gonna, go. I think I got something to talk about, and that is sexuality in these porns that I see, and it seems as though women seem to like it in the butt. The thought process is I'm inviting Alexis over. He's gay, and am I gonna get in not a situation, but am I gonna start a thinking pattern where I'm like, let's try it out, or first I'm gonna play with these little toys, or I'm gonna ask if you got any toys, and it's just like a play around my butt, What's gonna scare me is if there's something. I hear there's a pleasure zone or something in the anus, but that's gonna be scary. If what I find to be just utterly awful turns out to be, if I start playing around, that maybe find that it's it's like weed. I didn't know it was for 44 years. I didn't know it was so good, and the question mark is this. It just mystifies me. These women seem to like it in the ass. They're getting the vagina. They're getting it in the vagina, and then they get it in the butt, and they seem to like that too. And so it's like, why are they so easygoing on that idea? It's in general, these darn porns are weird ass. They're every one of them has to have a woman give head. Every single one of them. And it's just like, it's like a teaching. It's like a weird, because that's not what it's about. I've been with a number of women, like over a dozen, and none of them. Well, as I say, none of them are into the head thing. That wasn't their primary goal. They would maybe do it for that kind of foreplay for just a few seconds, a minute or less. And what was I saying? All right, they're doing about foreplay, sexuality. And anyways, then these videos also talk about these porns got a cum shot on the back or in their mouth, or they all got to be coming in their mouth. These things that I just do not think that women are in. I'm trying to figure out why they're programming. They're trying to teach you how to behave. This is not how you behave, at least to me. And this is what's so strange, is that maybe this is something that's atone to why the women aren't digging me. But yeah, every woman is given head, and then bang, and then banged, and then the butt thing is showing up a lot lately. And I'm just surprised the guy likes that. I just don't quite understand. But what if there's something sensual about you stick a little probe in your butt, and I feel it feels good. I don't know, man. I think it's more than a pleasure zone. I think you have to experience it as pleasure. And even though it's like I'm trying to, how do you say that right? But I don't know, man. That's just like something. That's just like a nightmare, But I always thought, I always I don't. It's something that I need to try sometime, because I want to try it once. And I always say, addiction, I'll never get addicted, but or I never would, stick to it. But it is a, I don't know, man. I don't know. Is that something you try once? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. And this is, I guess what we can say, this is sort of the makings of a plot, of a timeline. You see what would happen if Chris, jumped on that, and that occurred, All these worries, and sometimes when I'm in fear of things or whatever, it's not just experience. It's not just what I, it's not just making up. It's not imagining things, but that's what it is. It's imagining a different show with a different timeline, and you explore that in a TV series. And that's one of those series there, and then you I had I'm afraid to talk anymore because I got this patent. Well, I'm not sure whether to reveal my show fully now for fear of copyright. I don't know. It seems like a strange thing to worry. Somebody should have grabbed onto my story by now and I'd be suing them, but. Yeah, I'll say it. I say it. I just had this thought yesterday, and I was just trying to piece together how it can happen. But I guess somehow you have you have a series, and you have a split of a timeline, and that's either its own series or that one series is showing the other timeline, and has to. Anyways, it's almost like every timeline produces a new series, and then you have in that series you have a different split. You have a split, another series, so a new cast to fill the role. You know, everybody is getting employed. So that all these actors are getting employed, and everybody becomes an actor. And then what they do is, hang on. And then what they're doing is experiencing themselves. In experiencing it, they experience themselves, and they write a show about themselves similar to mine, and then they have their show, their series, and it splits off, forms another series of new cast members, and each person involved in that creates a TV series. And each actor in each version of the series, well, everybody's watching how it happens, and everybody involved in the making of the show, and then watching the show. All the people making the show have an experience that they can write about and make a TV series on, and the people at home have an experience that they can watch as they watch. I'm not sure this is making sense. But that somehow you have all these timelines being taken off, and everybody need to be able to get audio recognition figured out in when voice-to-speech recognition, voice-to-text speech recognition, so that we don't have to teach it so much. It should. I mean, when I hear an ear, it's just about using godly powers. When I hear an ear, somebody talking, I pretty much know what they're saying. The only thing is I have trouble with is when the accent occurs. Then it's not the same. It's not quite the same, like, same algorithm. It's not the same algorithm for recognition. But we need to be able to, it's using, you have to think like you have to think with godly powers. You have to think. And I guess they did it with the music recognition. I guess they made it, that's unbelievable that they made that. So, the next trick is think godly powers and how you recognize people talking. It's like music recognition, but it's voice. Now analyze what they're saying. This should be, I'm surprised this isn't already made. A voice recognition that just absolutely, you barely don't have to teach it a thing. Just tell it your accent, like teach it so that it understands your accent. Because that's the only thing that screws it up. Screws up the main algorithm is the accent. We should be able to have mics that understand anybody walking up to the mic with simply 10 seconds of training. Just need 10 seconds of words to get the right flavor of words, to get out all the right flavor of accent and stuff, and I think we should have that stuff done. So that computers can then hear us. I mean, computers, that would just be, imagine if computers can understand what we're saying. You simply say out loud, I have this problem. Computer comes back and tells you. I mean, that is such a huge business. It has such huge ramifications. So it's like Star Trek, the intercom on Star Trek, that lady that speaks. You ask it anything, and it understands you, and then it Googles it and comes back, you know. Shouldn't say just Google, but Yahoo's it, MSN's it, asks it. Yeah, we've got to reach that stage. That music recognition thing is impressive. So speech recognition, I don't know why that's, and then after that would be video recognition. I'm just about ready to publicize my little idea, not really knowing if it is anything. And if it is something, is it doable?
this is Kathy. Leave a message after the tone. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, Kathy, Chris. A question about yesterday and during yesterday's meal. Give me a call and I'll discuss it. Thank you. Bye. I think I've been thinking about the weed. I got this Happy Shaman. I use Happy Shaman, a little bit of kryptonite, and weed. And there's different types of weeds. I think I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've realized from it. What has more luck? It really, one seems to have more luck, and that is the non-weed, the kryptonite, and the Happy Shaman. The Happy Shaman, one second. Yo, yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna say yesterday at the, I don't know if you know it or not, but I was high when I went there. Did you know that?
Get to the point.
Just let you know. That's all.
That's all?
Yep, that's all.
Well, you said something about yesterday's conversation, that there was something said. So.
Nope. That was just a hint that I wanted to give so I didn't forget. Here, hang on a second. I got another call. Hang on. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, hi, is it Chris, right?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Chris. This is Mike from Education Ambassador.
Yeah,
How are you doing
I
today?
got my school thing figured out. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, back. Boy, I'm getting all sorts of calls about people. They want me to go to school all of a sudden. I mean, it had been on a break for them. I was like 4 months ago. I left my number on a website. Next thing you know, I'm getting all these calls in the following days, and then it went blank for 2 months, and then all of a sudden, when this school thing goes down, I haven't made a single call to anybody. I mean, I haven't made a single entry on a website, but I'm getting calls just like I had entered it on somebody's website.
Hey, Chris, I hate to interrupt this, but I do.
You're driving it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm driving, and I just entered into a deluge, and I figured I'd better hang up. Now I'm kind of leaving it. There's micro bursts. You should have seen when I left the house. It had hail in it, and I drove back and got in the garage for a couple minutes, small hail, and it was just pouring. Got to Morton, and there was no rain, but it had rain. Then it was clear all the way to Fairfax, and then it started coming down like Noah's Ark. So that's happening again, so I got to say goodbye, okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. getting calls from school is like, I don't know what, I didn't fill out any website. I think somebody entered my damn name into the assistance. I think somebody entered my name on somebody's website, and I'm getting some calls. Somebody that doesn't want me to go to this entertainment school. I was just thinking about how that multi-dimensional show, how it can exist, how that can work. That's gonna be something that has to take some time. It's gonna come along naturally. I think that's like a weird. It's weird that can happen. Trying to figure out how that can be. Playing little cards here. My 10, 20, 30. I won it 2 days in a row yesterday. I mean, 2 games in a row. It's hard to win it once. I got 2 in a row. This game is really wild. I barely had any 10s. Usually you have at least 8 or 10. Seems like, and I've only got 2 so far in this game, and I'm doing pretty good. It's on track to win here. Very much on track to win. Oh, it's almost done. Should almost get it on camera here. No, that's all right. Give me the drum roll. It's coming down to the end here. Can we get it? And won it. Cool. It's kind of a different game. It's I actually made it on computer. I think I have it posted out there on my Object Force website. Not posted. Yeah, well, yeah, it's out there. I think it's on there. My warning came up. I had antivirus. My software is now considered malware. Wow. Wow. That's something else. Somebody has classified my stuff as malware. Maliciousware. Wow. Anyways, at 10/20/30 is objectforce.com/downloads, all lowercase, /10/20/30, capital T's for 10/20/30, .exe. And that's the program, and then you can run it. Explains how it works. My software is considered malware. Wow. I would consider it to be a pretty cool tool. If there's a bug in it, they'll have to just tell me, and I'll fix it. But they didn't tell me. Nobody told me if there's a bug. So maybe did somebody some wrong? I don't know what that would be. Kind of irks me. Sort of sucks to have on the left side. The way it works, instructions are in the game, but the way it works is well, you got to get 3 cards from the left, or 3 cards from the right, or somewhere like 1 card from the left, 2 cards from the right, 2 cards from the left, 1 card from the right. You got to get 3 cards taken from the sides sequentially. Got to be sequential in a row between the left and right side. 3-card combination. So you could be like this 3 cards one way. Here's the left, or here's the left. This is your right. This is, so I'll do it to you. It's left for you. It's left to right, and you got 3. So you got like sort of 6 cards to choose from to try to make a 3-card combination. Anyways, you get an ace 10 or something on the ace 10 on the left side. Right now I've got ace 10 on the left side. That sucks because you can only get it only works if you got a 1, if you need a 9 or a 19. That ace works for a 9 or 19. Well, 2 cards, any other 2 cards does not, I was going to say it doesn't make 19 except for a 10 and a 9. So, well, for some reason it didn't seem like it would be a good combination. I'm trying to figure out why. 9 or 19, I'm just saying, there's not many ways of getting 19. And yet with other combinations, like I think 13's got a bunch of ways of getting. The average card is, how does that work? The average card is 7. So you're going to find more possibilities around 13, 14, 15 of achieving. So when you, on the left side, if you've got something that scores up to 14 or 13 or 14, it's got a great likelihood of finding a match soon. So you turn up one card at a time on the right side to get the right matches to make this thing work. It sort of unlocks a puzzle. And I'll tell you, I've been fortunate. I won once here today so far on camera, and twice in a row yesterday. I'll try playing again here today, right now, and see if I win twice in a row here. But when you got an ace, is just not so good. I mean, right now I'm facing. You get an ace 10 on the left side. Anything, a 3-10 or a 5-10, it's just. It's just it doesn't find combinations that well. Some of these don't find combinations, and so you get stuck with. It ends up being a big hand. One time I couldn't find any matches to work, any matches, except 2 for the entire game. I couldn't believe it. So I had this big stack of 40 some cards, and only 2 matches for the entire game. Sometimes it's just bad luck, and it could end up that way. That's amazing. I got 2, but I'm guessing somebody could get 1 out there, or maybe even 0. Is that possible? I don't know. It really has to be a lot of unbelievably bad luck in the combination to not get something. So right now I've got a good combination on the left side here. Yeah, I'm having a lot of bad luck in this game. Well, I got the cards to come break down pretty good here. Still having some bad luck. That almost got really lucky. And sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes, okay, here's the strategy. You want to get, for every of the 30s, you want to have one. So I have 4 piles in front of me. Yeah, I'll show it. I have 4 piles down there. There's the 30s. 30s. 30s there. I got 4 piles. I have 30s, 2 of them. I don't worry about this stack. I have unlimited amount of that. But I have supposed to have 3 of these. If I have 2 of the 30s, I have to have. These are the. Oh, that's where I got screwed up. I put it in the wrong pile. That's why it didn't work out. It's like, why did I never figured out why. That's why it didn't work out. Here's how it works. You got the 30 pile. You got 10 pile. These are 10s. Excuse me, 20 pile. 20 pile. This is a 20 pile with non-10s, but I have it in the wrong one. This is supposed to be over here. That's why it didn't work. That's why I didn't win this game. But these are up to 20, but they're all non-10s. And there's 2 of them, and I have 4 of these right now. So I thought I had 3 of each. The idea is to have 3, 1 more of these. These have to be the same, and 1 more than the 30s. And then you will likely win. You can get unlimited. You could have none over here, 1, 1, and the rest 20s of these, and it would work out. Or you could have 6, 7, 7, and none of these, and it would work out. So when I got this game done, this should have all worked out over here because I had the right stacks over here, but I was erroneous. I put the 10 stack in the 20 stack non-10s, and that was the mistake. I thought it was on Victory Road. So that's how you win at this game. I'm not sure how that is or why that works, but it does. And I think there's some equations you can do to make this game. Like I got like 8 variables, 8 equations to make all the math work out for this, such that it would tell the story. Try to tell the story that this is how you have to have it. It has to be one more of these for every one of these. And somehow, you all out there are going to be able to figure that out for me. And be able to invent a 10, 20, 30 game that makes work, that makes some equations that make it sense. And somehow this is like important to my show. I'm not sure how that can be, but somehow this is important. Me playing this game all my life as my solitary game and explaining how it works to you so you can play it. I've given you my game. You can play it a little bit. Anyway, so that's that. Boy, I am bumming about the abandonment of my program. On the it's considered malware now. Wow. Yeah. Yikers. Bumming about that. It's like the end of one life of the programmer and the beginning of something new. Basically, a second life starts over and basically gets rid of the old one. Programmer guy's gone. You know? Yeah, I'm bumming about that. What else? So I think programming is just supposed to be a tool that I use in small amounts in the future to test things. Little tests. Oh, it just hurts that my program has been marked as malware. Jesus, man. That's pretty sad. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, any double card combination not equal to 13, say 13, 12, 13, 14, 15 is probably going to be bad news. So if you get like a 2-3, it's kind of hard to match that because it can't go with 20s, only 10s. Only a 10 and those two can match. And a low probability that one of those cards will match on the other side with, it has to be like a 17 or something of two cards. Because the average is around 7, every two or three card combination should be about 20. Every 3 card combination should be about 20. In fact, I think if you figured it out, I think you could almost do the whole game with the 10 and 2 ones that make 20. 2 ones, I mean 2 lower cards. Hard to explain. I'm trying to throw ideas out there because somehow this game somehow matters to life. Or something is interesting about this game. And I'm hoping you out there can help me figure it out. Something is interesting about this game. And the math involved. I've been wrong before. This could just be nothing, but something about the math or this game is something interesting about it. So I'm hoping to get out there and get you guys looking at it. Look at my game, figure out some equations, maybe reprogram the game. And I won on the digital game too. Cool. I just won on the digital game. Try to show this. I'll try to show these. I had a Capital One fraud on Capital One credit card. I've had my program has been taken away from me. It's now considered malware. I had a credit card fraud, and I get my other accounts, other credit card. There was a mix-up somehow in the numbers. Anyways, it expired, but I didn't get a new card, and I have to get a new card now. And I think I need new cards because I think I've said those account information on my public website somewhere, and I got a feeling that people are starting to look at this stuff more. Like the fraud occurred because somebody's mad at me and heard my number and did the account. But my numbers need to get renewed here. I need to get so I'm getting some new credit card numbers. And yeah, man, I'm having visions that this is that I may not make to this not law school, but the entertainment school because this thing might actually take off even further than what's already happening, and it looks like it might just end. That maybe people are looking at my websites and breaking my accounts and man, a lot of things going on today. For being retired, I am really busy for being retired. I gotta say, I have to get to this my financial aid thing, and I haven't even got to that today yet. So. So you're telling me.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and number after the beep.
I think I may have the wrong number. Let me try again.
Hello?
Hey, Scott Steam. So I had we were talking about this the other day about a fraud charge, and guess what? I've got one. One showed up.
You got a what?
A fraud charge on the credit card. We were talking about that one day.
You did? Oh, from the scooter?
No. This is, no, I just,
somebody. Okay.
yeah, somebody charged something today, and they called me up, and I have to get a new card and everything, so, I remember I was saying how, like, you know, I never have any problems with that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And really, it's been really good for as much as I use it. So, really, it's been a long time. Anyways, I just thought, well, it's, knock on wood, it wasn't that long after we've talked about that this happened. So, There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
Did they find out who it was or what company?
I don't care.
No, you don't care, yeah. Well, I'm eating supper at Chumley's right now.
Okay, I'll let you go. Sorry. Okay, talk to you
All
later.
right.
Yep, bye.
Talk to you later.
Got some food ready. I was thinking how effed up this thing is. Here's got the temperature for this cheese enchiladas, which are pretty good, by the way. It's a commercial out to those guys, and make sure they give me a kickback on that. Some free stuff, you know. But here's the strange directions they've got listed here. I don't know if I can show you that. I don't know if you can see that right, but it says preheat oven to 375. Do not exceed 375. Now, you think about that and you go, what the hell does that mean? That's like effed up. That's like, I just find this thing, that's pretty effed up that, because normally ovens, they fluctuate getting up in temperature when they heat, the heater turns on and turn off to 380 or 385 and then comes back down, and it says do not exceed 375. So you put the knob at 375, it cycles up and down to 385, back down to 365. Do not exceed 375, as though maybe you should say, you know, maybe preheat the oven to 360 or something so that you don't get above. Somehow you can't get above that 375, or that's, or either that, or they're thinking that you're going to change the knob. You're going to go there every 5 minutes and start playing with the knob back and forth and around. That you're going to take it and tweak that around or something. That we have time for that, or that's normal practice when you start cooking something. Normally, I just turn it there and say, "Oh, come back in 20 minutes and it's done." That's pretty effed up. That's effed up. See, this is what happens when you're on weed. You find effed up stuff like this. Except for I'm not the one effed up. Everything else is. See? If you were to see my apartment, you'd say that's effed up too. It's pretty messy right now. I don't know, just sort of feels like from yesterday's little weight, it's the 50-50 balance. See, give you the load on all my friends. Lino, let's just take Lino for example. There is this, he's always been this good guy, and then he turned into a bad guy. And it's always been basically even Steven. He could never take sides. It's like he had a split personality. He would give me a flavor of evil, and then as my best friend, evil best friend, they would just bounce back and forth, back and forth. Well, what I think is happening is that people are now choosing sides. Whether they take, so when they meet me, it could be getting worse with them, or it could be the best thing. So it's like people are taking sides now, and before they couldn't damage me because they were on both sides. The good guy would take over at the right, but now that people get to take sides, the balance that keeps them in check from getting me is now going away. Yeah, man, it's weird. It's the weirdest. Like I think that's why a lot of my friends stayed away from me because they knew that where I could be a good guy to them, there's this ugliness that just shows up. So I think that's why my friends didn't want to be as friendly, because they didn't want to show a bad side. Scott Hammerschmidt, he's been such a good guy at times, and if I got somebody laughs from the guy, and then he's this evil son of a gun, right? At times, I mean, effing evil. And it's just that in order for anybody to be in my life, this is how they have. This is why. But it sucks. The ones that come close to me are the ones that are what I feel will turn toward the evil side. They're the ones that have an agenda against me. And could do me the most damage in reality. Yeah, man, it's weird. It's you know, I think the end is coming. Well, the end of my life, maybe. I tell you, if it's true, the balance that kept them on both sides is now gone, and they get to choose sides. You know, I'm pretty good with friends with Scott. It might be possible for him to break the grip that always keeps him in check. So when I say the end is near, what does that mean? Yeah. Well, I have a lot of faith that I'll be hard to kill for a long time. But we're probably gonna find out here. I'll probably have to go see him sometime.
Store celebration. You're pre-approved. So look.
All I know is that I know my life is moving forward now, one way or another. I I'm going to entertainment school. That is the coolest thing. If this thing doesn't happen in 2-3 months, I just know that my life's going forward, and I think in a big way, and it might be big in 3 months. I don't know. It's hard to say, but it sure does seem. It seems close right now with my credit cards getting found. That means that my videos are getting out there. just get the feeling sides are being taken. It just seems like this is what's going on. People now are able to take sides and stick to it. They can't both be my friend and my enemy. Yeah, man. Things are forming. I mean, in the imaginary, they were forming, but they were also forming. The imaginary was forming this. Something is going to, something's snapping, something's pulling, and it was the fact that now I'm going to entertainment school, and that's guaranteed in reality. So I'm already very happy with that. But more stuff's happening in my imagination, and we'll wait. It might take a week or two to find out what the result of that is. But it might take a month or two. I'm not sure. And I'll see something, like an effect today was my File Sync Forces band is now considered malware. That's a side effect. Today was a day when things were happening, and I think it may have been related somehow to asking a lawyer on Just Answer. I used Just Answer for asking some legal questions, and somehow I think I freaked him out. I showed him my website, MikeSchumanShow.com, and I think I freaked this lady out. Somehow that seemed to be the trigger for some of this, and I'm not sure how that is, but I'm guessing she had been discussing with another client how to take me down because I'm so offensive or something. And then here, and she's been very nice to me, and all of a sudden she encounters the two meet. I don't know. This is a story. That's a story that's maybe a part of a show sometime. That timeline. boy. I tell you, man, there's a lot going on, man. There's this. Things are snapping, man. Things are becoming unhinged. Like I say, it's like people could take now sides, and now they're getting their rifles ready. And I'm not sure how long before the grip goes away that allows them to pull the trigger. But what it means is that people won't, that Scott, if this is true, that Scott will become more evil. And display less friendly.
Hi, this is Kathy. Leave a message after the tone.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Kathy, Chris, Jesus, I just thought of something. I forgot what I called now. When you record, I mean, you were thinking about writing a book or whatever. What I'm suggesting is that talk into your camera mic, or find a mic that you can talk into. I use my camera phone if I need to keep notes. But basically, take notes while you're in the car there, while you're away from your desk. Put your chip, copy those files to your computer. Just make notes. Make your book on audio. Record like I do with the audio on the book, because I'm going to need it for this production I'm doing in the future. So get just a thought to get that ready to start reciting your life or whatever, your book on audio, and we'll get it worked out so we get that thing produced or something down the road. So that gives you about 2 years to get it going. So talk to you later. Bye. By the way, I use abs4u.com. ABS audio recorder is my audio recorder. I suggest all you out there get an audio recorder. That's what I use. It's like cheap, and it's good quality though. Good quality but cheap price. I just bought their whole suite, all their products for like $60 or something like that, or $75, something like that. and it's like I think it's unlimited subscription of some sort, like full time. So plug out to those guys. Yeah, you get their video capture software too with the same subscription. Yeah, man. This thing's taking off, man. I'm already good to go, but I think it's got further to go. I got a feeling this thing's gonna take some legs. It's got its hands down on the ground. And I think it's gonna get its feet here soon. Start running like Forrest Gump does when he breaks loose of his braces.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was calling. We did fill the position last week. So
Okay, that's cool.
I'm just calling to let you know.
Yep, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for calling.
Okay,
All right, thanks.
bye. So I got done going to Jackpot. Well, I went to VFW, then Legion. So went to the Legion. Then the VFW, then the Legion, and then the Jackpot, and it was all fun. Met this kind of weird lady that she believed me when I said I was a movie producer, so she said, what do I produce? I said, well, I produce YouPorn. You want to help me out? And she was getting ready to call security because she thought that I wanted to get some on. And it's kind of like it's kind of like, yeah, I was serious, and yeah, I was kidding. You know, it's kind of like both. And if you're into it, then I'm serious. If you're not, then I'm kidding. You know, it's basically an equal. It's laid out so that. But she takes it. She completely thought that I was serious or something. Like this was the opening line to a conversation. This is. Strange, man. Strange lady. But even including that, it was still fun. It was just strange. I was asking her questions like, why? You watched YouPorn. You told me you watched YouPorn. You know they're just out there to bang, and what is so hard about me being that person or that participating in such an act? And it's like. I was talking to a retard. She's a blonde, and of course a retard. And